The speech that I will be reviewing today was Eli Wood's speech, which was on the separation of church and state. The speaker's main claim was America's government lacks a true separation of church and state, and her supporting claims were as follows. Her first supporting claim was, is marriage a government or religious affairs? And her second claim was, the banning of same-sex marriage is an indirect violation of the First Amendment. Before going into her actual argument, she provided us with background statistics about the number of gay marriages and the number of adopted children in same-sex households. Two statistics that did nothing to further her argument or our understanding about the separation of church and state. After these statistics, she moves on to the first supporting claim, which is marriage a government or a church issue? To answer this question, she brings up the First Amendment and talks about how marriage gives a legal right, so it should be a government issue. Everything she stated was factual, except for the final portion that stated marriage should be government controlled, which was her opinion, and she provided no evidence to support this claim. Then she talked about the religious aspect of marriage and how marriage has been church controlled for a long time. She then talked about how it is taboo to debate or criticize religion, which is not true. There are many ways many people openly challenge religious beliefs, an example being pro-choice advocates. So she continued by stating Christianity largely denounces homosexuality and how the United States is largely Christian. She stated this and she tied this into her argument by talking about her second supporting claim. The banning of same-sex marriage, or Proposition 8, which says marriage should be between a man and a woman. Her argument against this was, in my opinion, it is just to disguise patently religious roots with moral and ethics. This quote can be found on the YouTube video posted by Richard there, and it begins at about 3 minutes and 40 seconds into the video. She, of course, is talking about the religious beliefs of our government and then provides a testimonial to support her statement. But the testimonial is from Dr. Jim Gazzo, who is a senior pastor, which she fails to mention. This becomes faulty evidence because Dr. Gazzo's beliefs are not necessarily our government's beliefs. She then brings about a quote by Reverend Barry W. Lynn saying, to ban same-sex marriage gives federal government blessing to marriage rights of some religious communities and make the practice of other faiths illegal. I support to her claim. While this is a good piece of evidence for the opposition of Prop 8, the specific quotes relates more to violation of the First Amendment than to our speaker's main claim about the lack of separation of church and state. Finally, in another direct quote from the speech, our speaker states, in conclusion, I hope that you can agree that to deny same-sex marriage favors some religions and violates the First Amendment that says no law shall be passed respecting the establishment of religion. This quote is found in the same location as first on YouTube, and the quote begins at about 5 minutes and 30 seconds into the video. This is a great summary for the speech. Unfortunately, it has nothing to do with the separation of church and state.